Hey guys! So, in one of the most recent episodes, we see Natalie in this weird conference call thing talking to her father and a bunch of other weird anonymous faces. And this really shocked me at first because I feel like after everything that happened in the London special and everything that happened in the season 5 finale, I was like, we're settled in Natalie's story arc, especially with the episode with Adrian's grandparents, where she steps up as a more parental figure for Adrian. I really thought that she was going to settle into that sort of role as Adrian's caretaker and that she wasn't going to be doing anything nefarious anymore. After all, her connection to evil was through Gabriel and through Emily. And when both of them are gone, I didn't really think she had any motivation left to do anything bad. But as it turns out, her dad is also evil, which is probably how she managed to work for the Agrests in the first place. I assume that she was an expert on magical objects because her dad was the one who knew about all of this stuff. And I really hope that we learn more about that in the future. But after all of the rest of the symbols leave the call, her dad says, "Once you've gotten Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous, you know who you must give them to, don't you?" So I assume that the plan is for her to get the Miraculouses somehow, but I also have no idea how she's going to manage to do this because they don't have possession of any Miraculous. But it's really interesting because they refer to her as being the diamond's shadow, which obviously the diamond is referencing Gabriel Agreste. And the first thing that I think about when I think of Gabriel Agreste's symbol being a diamond is the Diamond's Dance. Obviously, that was like that really weird high society aristocratic ball thing where they were all wearing white and Marinette had to sneak in through these masks. And also we've seen different meetings like this when Gabriel Agreste was alive, and in the episode Gabriel Agreste, when everyone's wearing all these animal masks, I think that the people that are attending these meetings are probably the same people that were attending the Diamond's Dance and also those meetings at the Agreste Mansion when he was alive. But that also calls into question who the other people in that conference room are. Some people that they refer to are the Machine, whose voice actor is a woman, and then there's like the comedy tragedy like theatrical face whose voice actor is a man. And there's also this like crown pillar whose voice actor is also a man. I am not familiar with the French voice actors as well as I am with the English ones. Obviously, since I don't understand the language and I'm just reading the subtitles, it may be glaringly obvious to those of you who have already watched this episode in your native language who recognize the voice actors which ones they are. I 100% think that the Machine is Tomoe Tsurugi. I feel like that's the only option. I feel like with her whole like technology thing and all of like the inventions that she has and how she was trying to continue Gabriel's legacy at the end of the season 5 finale, I 100% think that she is one of the brains of the operation here, which is why they're calling her the Machine. Also, they reference the Perfect World project, which we kind of see in action Tomoe and Gabriel, so it makes sense that she would be a major player in this because that's something that her and Gabriel were specifically working on. We also see the comedy tragedy theater face speak in a man's voice, and I'm not 100% sure who this is. I'm trying to think of like the actors that we have. It could be Andre because he's like a director, but he was a director back in the day, because like there's all that stuff with like acting. And we also have the Crown, who is also a man. And I feel like the obvious answer to this is that it's Emily's dad. I feel like obviously he is very rich and he is referred to as the king in the episode representation, so that kind of imagery could be explored also in this episode. There's a few other images that come into my mind, like there's like a pen image, a wheel, a diamond, which I'm a little confused about because Gabriel is the diamond. So are they just like, keeping his spirit alive by keeping him there, or is there a connection to Gabriel that's using his likeness in that way? I don't really know. And there's also a sword, a fire, and then a weird little blob thing. Please let me know your other theories for who the other members of this secret society could be. I'm really curious to see where they go with this plot point. This leads us to the central question. Is Natalie evil? And to answer that, I don't think we have enough information to know that yet. I feel like the character development we've gotten thus far suggests that she's not evil, and that maybe she's just under her father's control like so many other characters that we've seen in this series before. But also, she is a grown woman, so she could potentially be a double agent and genuinely, earnestly working for her father. I think that she would put Adrian over her responsibility to her father in this weird society thing. I don't necessarily think this means the destruction of her character. I think that it's just going to be a continued debate in the future, and we'll see where this goes. Let me know any theories you have for this in the comments, and please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below anything you want. Have a miraculous day, you guys. Bye!